Weird morning because I came in feeling very empty-handed. I didn't have coffee. Today's David's birthday, so I got up really early today and made breakfast. Good morning, everyone. My name's Katie. I'm a third grade teacher in the state of Florida, and you guys are here for a week in my life vlog. I'm so excited to share this week with you guys. It is the last full week of school, which is crazy to think about. I don't know how we got here, but before I jump into all things school related, I wanted to thank Halara for sponsoring today's video. If you are looking for activewear that blends comfort, sustainability, and style, then look no further than Halara. Halara is an activewear brand that focuses on their fabric to make sure their products are high quality but also extremely comfortable. One of the things I love so much about Halara is I have pieces from them that I can wear to school and that are super comfortable for school outfits, and then I also have a lot of their activewear pieces that I wear constantly to the gym and over the weekends, and I plan to just live in this summer as a Florida girl because it is hot and activewear is the move in the summer. The goal is to be confident in your clothes, laid back at the same time, but also joyfully expressive in how you combine your outfits, and I feel like Halara hits all three of those things. I'm going to show you some of the pieces that Halara sent me and ways that I've been wearing them over the last month or so, but I just wanted to share that there is a code in the description box for you to get 15% off a full price item, and I will link all of the items that I show you in the description box below as well. First up is the adjustable strap button multiple pockets waffle casual overalls. I got them in the color Mink Ash. I am obsessed with how cute these are and how comfortable. I also got a pair of the Halara Flex high-waisted side pocket waffle work pants. They have the same kind of fabric as the jumpsuit, and I really love how comfortable the waffle fabric is. Another moment for the waffle work pants. These are the high-waisted body sculpt, and I got them in Lone Pine Green. I really love how flattering these are, and again, the material is stretchy and very comfortable for a full day of teaching. Perhaps my favorite is the activewear. These are the super high-waisted back pocket and hidden side pocket 2-in-1 yoga shorts. I got the 5-inch inseam, which I absolutely love. They've got the hidden pocket in the side, and they are so comfortable. The fabric is like butter soft, and I plan on living in these all summer long. In fact, I loved them so much I got them in another color. And I'm also wearing the basic padded workout crop tank top. I got this in my last Halara haul in gray. Loved it so much, so I got it in white and in this wild Aster color this time. And it is so comfortable. I wear them to the gym and they work great as a sports bra for a workout. I've been wearing those pieces from Halara nonstop, finding different ways to create outfits with them, both for school and home, and have just loved them so much. Halara really strives to figure out what works best for their clientele, so they use a lot of crowdsourced feedback to make their products even better. On every second Sunday, they host the Halara Circle event. This event is the heart of their design process because it lets customers get to try out some of their products and fabrics for free. After you experience one of the upcoming featured products, you get to give Halara feedback about what you thought about it, and they use that feedback to shape their designs. One of my favorite things about Halara is definitely the fabric. All of their fabric items have been carefully selected to make sure they're soft, they're stretchable and comfortable with a breathable feel, but they also stay very durable. Plus, you don't have to worry about them being see-through, which is super nice. The items, as I mentioned before, are also very versatile. I've worn pieces to school, I've worn pieces at home. You can mix and match them to create lots of different outfits. Halara products also have a lot of different color options, which I really like. And anytime I'm picking out a product from Halara, I sit there forever just to decide what color I want. A lot of the things that I've already purchased, I've purchased in multiple colors, and I'm definitely gonna go back for more. They have a wide range of sizes from extra small to 4X, and their goal is to deliver top quality products at a fair price. There are so many options that I feel like anybody can find something that matches their personal style preference, which is something that I just love about Halara. It's so fun to scroll through and see all of the different options and all of the different styles, colors, everything. It's just, there's so much to look at, and it's all so great. Again, I can't recommend Halara enough to you. I've enjoyed wearing their pieces for about a year now, and every time I wear something to school, somebody always says, oh, I love your jumpsuit, or I love your pants, or when I'm wearing my athletic shorts, like those shorts look so comfortable, and I never hesitate to tell them exactly where I got them from because I've just been recommending it to all my friends and my coworkers. As I mentioned before, I have a discount code in the description box that gives you 15% off of a full price item. And I would also love to hear from you guys in the comments about what Halara items you have or any that you'd like to see me try in the future. And again, I want to give a big thank you to Halara for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's get into the week today. All my coworkers are here and I have yet to say good morning to them because I've been filming in here. So I really need to pedal to the metal here. It was a great weekend. Let me just start by saying that I got to visit a friend at the beach. And then yesterday was a very, very, very rainy Sunday, and David and I did nothing but nap and read books. I actually finished one of the books that's on the Sunshine State list for next year for students, and so that was really good. It's called The Lost Library. It was pretty decent. It wasn't like my favorite book ever, but I think the kids would like it because it was a mystery. And then I was reading one of my books. I'm reading One True Loves, I think by Taylor Reed Jenkins, and I believe that's the name, or Taylor Jenkins Reid, one of the ways you say that. So I got a lot of good reading time, naps on the couch while it was raining outside. It was just fantastic. And then I woke up this morning and it's Teacher Appreciation Week, so it's a weird morning because I came in feeling very empty-handed because I didn't have coffee. And I didn't eat breakfast before I came either because they're gonna have Chick-fil-A biscuits and coffee for us this morning. I don't know what time. I need to go look and see what time. I'm clicking my slides up on the board though. The power went out a couple times over the weekend, so my board was like off. So now I need to make sure, here we go, that I change it to where the power settings won't shut off on me during the day. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is the final full week of school. Next week, we do still have school Monday through Friday, but we have a couple half days. So I'm considering this the final full week of school, just to help me get through, you know? And to answer your question, yes, I am still teaching. Yay! There's no room for unstructuredness in here. I am still teaching and still rocking through like Unit 4, Week 2. We're doing pretty normal things up in here because I want to keep the structure and I want to keep the routine as long as I possibly can to help me survive this week. I can't just go with the flow and be free willy-nilly yet. And that'll be a next week thing when we have those 2 days and then the half days. Those are the days that are more flexible and not structured. But for now, we are sticking with my structure. So I'm pulling up my slides now. I believe we're on day 3 of this little unit week chunk that I've got. And our main goal is going to be to read through the text. Yeah, it looks like we're going to read through the text. And yeah, okay. Ooh, okay, I can do that online. All right, we're going to read through the text and find the central idea of the topic. Sounds good. So let me show you my slides so you know what we're doing today. And then I'm going to check and see like when this coffee and Chick-fil-A biscuit are coming because that is mission critical right now. All right, here is my slide, my agenda slide for today. We're gonna be doing grammar. We're working on run-on sentences. We're gonna review our vocabulary words, work on our weekly text and our central idea. Not too bad. So grammar, I've got my top score information in here. Then I have 2 examples of sentences. We're gonna do these on dry erase boards. They will write it and then they will correct it. My karate class was canceled. We went to the swimming pool. There were sales at the mall. I didn't find the new backpack. So they can combine it with a punctuation mark or with a conjunction and a comma. They'll get to decide how they combine it. Here's our vocabulary. It's not super fun with all the pictures like normal because these are kind of serious history words is what I told them, because we're reading a biography about Frederick Douglass and slavery in the United States and abolitionists. So we'll go through today and kind of review the words, but then our main goal is going to be to read the weekly text. And we did a whole novel study on Frederick Douglass, a little narrative novel biography called Frederick Douglass Fights for Freedom. So my kiddos know a lot about him. So I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is have them partner read this today. They will probably love some partner reading, and we just have time to do it. So I think I'm going to have them partner read it. Then we're going to come back together and talk about the central idea. I can't recommend this graphic organizer from the Third Grade Guru enough. It talks about the topic, key details, so we'll probably work on these together and then write a central idea for it together for Frederick Douglass. And that's it. Like, that's not too much. So with all of that being said, and that being rather short, my main goal, I guess, needs to be to get through social studies as well. So I need to look and see like where I'm at in social studies, and what page of our economics packet I am going to do next. So let's look at that. All right, I keep all of my papers on this little counter that's up here by my smartboard. Can you see that? Right there. That way when I'm teaching, all of my like copies I put under the document camera are ready to go. So looking at where we got last time, we should be, all right, we finished making a budget. So today we should be working on supply and demand and probably scarcity. I bet we can get to both of them, the supply and demand and the scarcity sections, because I need to collect these by the end of this week. And we still have like 5 pages to go. So if we do 2 today, that'll probably be good. I need to collect them by the end of the week to take for grades. I will link in the description box in the mentioned, okay, coffee truck I think is set up, so I'm gonna go get that in a second. I will move, what was I gonna say? Oh, I will link in the description box in the section that says, mentioned in this video for this economics packet, if you're interested in this economics packet. And we're doing a 3rd grade memory book, and I will link that too. I shared it, well, I was copying it in my last vlog, and so I dropped the link in the comments for somebody, but we're working on a 3rd grade memory book. That's like their morning work this week. And so today's morning work, they did 4 pages last week. So today they're gonna work on lunch and recess and my class, because I want them to be able to have this finished by next week when we have our signing day and we sign yearbooks. So anybody who doesn't have a yearbook has a memory book to get signed. So that's kind of our goal for the day. We're gonna work on some memory book pages. We're gonna do what I showed you in the slides, and then we're gonna hit some economics. Hopefully we'll get to that part. Interesting, spam text. We're just all over the place today. So I'm gonna go get coffee, because I think if I get my coffee, then I'll be less all over the place, right? And then we're gonna start the day. I gotta work on my morning slides and update those for the week. But other than that, I'm pretty ready to go, because I think it's gonna be a pretty chill Monday. So I'll check in with you guys later and let you know how it's going. I'm on my way to get coffee and a biscuit. All right, just got home. I really didn't have that much to do after school today. I checked over the papers from like what we did, and then I brought home my sweet teacher appreciation gift. This is not the cutest, my first Stanley Cup from one of my sweet little students in my homeroom that I happen to know watches my videos. So thank you, that was so sweet. It was a good day. The partner reading went great. Everything was smooth. I put a slide up on the board. I'll pop a picture right here of like before we partner read. We talked about what does partner reading look like? What does it sound like? Because it's the end of the year, y'all, and we just need those extra reminders. And they did wonderful. We read Frederick Douglass. We found the central topic. Tomorrow we're going to do it again with a different text, and I got social studies checked off the box for today. So tomorrow we'll do a little bit more social studies. So we're just cranking along. I came home because I was like, I don't really have much else to do. So I'm going to change a little bit later and get ready for a bar tonight at 5:45. But I was like, there's no sense in just like piddling around at school because I didn't have anything to do. So I'm home. Maybe I'll read, I'll change clothes, hang out with David, go work out. So that's what my evening is going to look like tonight.
Did you relate to? What do you want to learn about? Let us know either on social media or in the YouTube comments.
Happy Tuesday. Today's David's birthday, so I got up really early today and made breakfast, hence the bacon and the biscuits and the eggs and the lattes and the whole shebang. So I'm really tired because I got up early to make breakfast, but it was very yummy, very good, and very fun just to eat breakfast before we both went to work together. Not work together, eat breakfast together before we both went to work. You know what I mean. Today we're doing another day of our Unit 4, Week 2. Yesterday, as I mentioned, went really well. Today's goal is to go through grammar again, which is run-on sentences, and then we're going to do a cold read, and the kids are going to practice finding the central idea, and then we're going to catch up on social studies. Now, the cold read is kind of cool. It's from the 3rd grade guru. Well, first off, grammar, run-on sentences. I'm going to have them write an entire paragraph on their board, and they have to go in and put all the punctuation to make sure their paragraph makes sense. So that's going to be a fun time. They're going to love me for that. It's okay. Then we're going to do a cold read practice from the 3rd grade guru, and they'll really like this because it's about Minecraft being an educational game for kids and like the benefits of Minecraft. And one thing that I did during test review week was I figured out how to, and I think I shared this in my other vlog, how to push the digital article to their Chromebooks through GoGuardian. We use GoGuardian at my school, and you can open a tab, and so I'm going to do that again today. First off, so I didn't have to make copies of the passage. Second off, it prepares them for reading on the screen during their test anyways. Test is over. I just don't want to make copies of this passage. So I'm going to push that to their screen, and they can read it on their Chromebook, and then they're filling out this central idea graphic organizer that I showed you yesterday, but today they're going to do it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have them do it on their own. I thought about it and I was like, maybe they could do it with a partner, but I'm kind of thinking, no, I think I might have them do this on their own. Maybe we'll read it together for the first time, then they have to go back and read it again and fill out this chart. Because I want to see what they can do. Like, we've done 2 of these together. Also, central ideas, not a new topic. We've learned it many times before, and we've done it in warm-ups, all the things. So I'm kind of hoping that they'll be able to do this and then turn it in, maybe. And that's all I have for today's plans. Then we're going to get into social studies. Hopefully we can maybe do scarcity today, and whatever comes after scarcity, I need to look at the pack and figure out what comes after it. But yeah, I'm like scrolling through my slides as I tell you this to remember like what exactly we're doing. Tomorrow we'll do another cold read, and we'll do a selection quiz, like the final one of the year on our Frederick Douglass text. And then Thursday we'll take our last test of the year. So it should be pretty good. Exciting news for today is that I passed my micro-credentials class. If you're in Florida, the University of Florida Literacy Institute, look it up. They do a micro-credentials class for reading instruction, and I passed, so that's good. I did my like sample lesson last week in my reflection. So that's exciting, and I think that's all I've got. And it's David's birthday, and so after school today we have a meeting. That's a vertical planning meeting, so we're going to meet with the 4th grade team, talk about things we can do to help with 4th grade, talk about things that 4th grade appreciated or said this was great that you've done in the past, things like that. And then we're going to dinner for David's birthday. So that's it. It's a pretty average day, I would say. But happy birthday, David. Give him a birthday shout out in the comments. Yeah, that's it. Goodness, look at that hair that's fallen. I think I just need to do that, make it look a little bit more casual. There we go. Okay, we're good. Good morning, happy Wednesday. I had to curl my hair this morning. Not sure if I like how it turned out. I'm still working with it, you know, short hair, it's different. I think I need to master like a more casual curl where I don't feel like I have to curl all of it, you know, because it is short. But I just need to try it out a little bit more. I wore it straight the last couple days, which I haven't done in a while. A lot of people yesterday were like, oh, you got your hair cut. I got it cut like a month ago, but a lot of them noticed yesterday. So coworkers and students alike. Today is Wednesday. We are trudging through Unit 4, Week 2. Our last test is going to be tomorrow, and so that's exciting. So our goal for today is we're going to listen to the Frederick Douglass text that we've been working on one more time. Then we're going to take our last selection quiz, which is from our curriculum of the entire year. And then we're going to do a cold read practice, one more biography, finding the central idea, answering questions with a partner. And then I'm hoping maybe we'll finish social studies as well. That would be fantastic. We only have 2 pages left. One of them is competition between businesses, because we did scarcity yesterday and we did sorting resources into natural, capital, and human resources. So today, if we can do economic competition, sorry y'all, I'm messing with my hair, but it's fine. I'm just gonna let it be casual. It's just gonna be what it is, right? I can't let it bother me. Kids won't care. And it's just gonna look however it looks at the end of the day. Okay, I'm done messing with it. I think I can leave it there. The back looks nice, I think. I haven't looked at it since this morning, so hopefully it still looks nice. What was I even saying? Oh, so if we need to do the economic competition page, and then the last page is like design your own business, and then they can turn it in. So I'm hoping if we finish that today, maybe I can give them till tomorrow to finish it and turn it in, or I can have them finish it today. One of the two, like during our intervention time. But what I'm also having them do during intervention time is, the other day I gave them a planning page for their favorite third grade memories, a writing outline, and then today I'm going to have them write at least their introduction paragraph. If they want to keep going, they can keep going and write their body paragraphs, but I want them to at least put their introduction paragraph on the writing paper, top score program, if you have top score writing, because this is going to be my final writing sample of the school year for them. And so we're going to start it today. We're going to finish it on Friday, because I don't really have a lesson per se for Friday, because our last test is tomorrow, and then Friday would technically in our cycle be a writing day, and so I'm gonna have them finish that as their last writing of the year. And that is it. Last night was really fun. We had dinner. Let me turn on my Christmas lights while we chat. We had dinner for David's birthday. We went to Carrabba's because he really likes Carrabba's. It's one of our favorite places, but we haven't been in a while. It's one of our like once in a while places, but we like it. So I brought like my leftover ravioli for lunch, and I'm really excited for that. We had a lot of friends that came, so that was really nice, and it was fun just to celebrate David. And now today we're back at it. We're teaching. We've got a team meeting. This is like, as I told my children earlier this week, this is like our last normal day, and then the calendar crazies hit, because after today, like tomorrow's the test, but it's also the house meeting, and then Friday is kickball game. Monday is a water play day that they earn from their fun run. Tuesday is the last full day of school, and I know there's something on that day. It's probably like 5th grade graduation or something, where they do the walk through the hallway. That could be on a different day actually, but Tuesday is the last full day of school, and then we have 3 half days in a row. So it's like every single day for the rest of the year after today has something. So we're gonna soak up today being our last normal scheduled day without any interruptions. So that's it. I'm gonna get started for the day, set you guys up for some B-roll footage, and I'll check in with you at the end. Cut out the awards, and then I'll just write the names on them later, because I'm not gonna have to do the voting till Friday anyways. Let's do a little fold and chat, because I have some laundry to take care of. Today went fine. That senior walk, I think I told you we had the senior walk for like our high school seniors to come back and walk. It always makes me so emotional. It's so sweet. But that took up part of our afternoon block, so my afternoon block was shorter. So there were some things like I did not do the cold read with my class. We did a cold read yesterday, so I wasn't like too concerned about getting that cold read practice in. But we did finish social studies, hooray, which is good. And I finished all the grades except for one friend who did not quite finish, and then one who was absent. And once they finish, then I will be able to enter my social studies grades for the year, which is exciting. We were working on economics, as I mentioned earlier, and I had that packet, and I took like each grade, or each page as a grade, but I just let them keep it in their Fox file, and then I had them turn it in right before interim reports were done, and I graded what they had so far, and so now I need them to turn it in at the end to just do a cumulative grade for all the pages that we had done. So I didn't have them turn it in as we went, if that makes sense. It was kind of like we worked on this, and then they didn't turn it in, they just put it back in their Fox file and hang on to it. So I had to go through and like check everything for social studies. So that was exciting. Oh, and yeah, that's about it. I have a lot of laundry to fold. We're going to get dinner tonight with somebody from David's work at like 7 o'clock. So I was like, I'll get home and I'll fold laundry before that. And maybe work on editing this vlog a little bit as well, because I finished most of my grading and things at school, did all my school social media posts for my school pages that I do, because we had ice cream for teacher appreciation, which was delicious. I had espresso chocolate chip, yum. And so I needed to make a post about that. It was Wear Green for Mental Health Week awareness. So I had to post that. We had a second grade teacher that did a classroom transformation. So I had photos to share from that. And then all of the senior walk photos. I had lots of photos to share from that. So it was like, wow, there's a lot of things to post. But I got them all done, which was good, before I left school. And then I was like, okay, I'm tired. I'm going home. I'm gonna drink some water, fold some laundry, be a little bit productive before dinner tonight. I'm also like currently dying because of the amount of mosquito bites on my leg. We went to a little, like a local brewery place last night after birthday dinner for David, and we sat outside on the patio for a little bit. And y'all, I knew there were mosquitoes because I killed one on my leg, and I usually get eaten by mosquitoes, like torn up. And I should have known once I killed that one on my leg, like it was time to go inside. And we eventually did move inside, but it was so cold inside, so we'd gone outside. My legs, like after today being outside for recess, like, you know how when you have a mosquito bite and you get warm, then they turn into like big red, well, at least for me, they turn into big red whelps, and then you can like see where they are. Yeah, I probably got like 15 mosquito bites or more. No joke. One of them is on the base of my foot because I was wearing sandals. The bottom of my foot. And so I just had to put like cortisone itch cream on the bottom of my foot and cover it with a Band-Aid so I didn't like drag it all over the carpet. And it is painful. And my legs are like, they're all feeling like, ooh, I could definitely scratch them, but I know that if I scratch my leg, it's gonna get worse, and then it's actually gonna hurt. So I'm like, I have to use some self-control and just not touch them, because if I don't touch them at all, they will go away quicker. The second I start to itch them is when they will stay longer. If you get eaten alive by mosquitoes like I do, you know the drill. If you don't, you're so lucky, because David doesn't, and I'm like, no fair. But yeah, that's it. I can hear David coming in the garage, so I'll probably chit chat with him for a little bit before we go to dinner tonight. But I just wanted to check in. Wednesday, done. And so all that's left this week is Thursday and Friday. Woohoo! We're almost done with the last full week of school. Hooray. Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm wearing my house colors on a Thursday because we have our last house assembly of the year. Usually house stuff is on Fridays, but we have kickball, student versus staff kickball tomorrow. I am telling you, there is so much going on in these last 2 weeks of school. Oh my goodness. Just like thinking about it. It's like today we're wearing house colors and we're doing the house assembly. Tomorrow is the kickball game. It's also the last day of the Kona Ice fundraiser, so all the kids are going to get a snow cone. And then it's like Monday we've got a water day, and Tuesday is going to be like our clean out day because then we go into the half days. It's like holy cannoli. But anyways, it should be a good day, and the only thing I need them to work on today as far as class goes is working on their test. It's just taking a test, and that's it. So hopefully that won't be too difficult to get them through, even with the interruptions. That's my only goal, because I'm kind of looking at this writing that we started yesterday, and I'm thinking to myself, those two are not in my homeroom. I'm thinking to myself, like, we started it yesterday, and I just don't know if we'll be able to finish it today like I had hoped. But I don't know if I'm going to do this one for a grade. I think I'm using this one as my sample writing to send to 4th grade. So I don't think I'm going to actually like use the rubric and grade it per se. But I am going to send a copy home because we're writing about our favorite third grade memories, so that's cute. And then I'm going to send a copy to fourth grade, so they have a writing sample. So that's what we're gonna work on today and tomorrow and Monday. Yeah, that's all I've got. Dinner was great last night. We went with one of David's coworkers, had a very lovely filet mignon, and now I'm tired and I need to drink my coffee because I'm tired and the schedule gets wonky starting today. What's up? Went to the eye doctor, got my prescription updated for contacts. Now I'm in the parking lot, about to go do a boxing workout. Let's go. I'm really tired and I don't want to do it because I'm just really tired, but I'm gonna go do it. I'm actually glad I came. Like, it's gonna feel good once I'm in there and we're going, but it's the lead up, oh my goodness, we have 10 minutes until it starts and I'm just in the car and I'm like, go in, you can do this, go in. And then once I do, I know that life will be great. There's something in my hair. Once I do go in, I know that life will be great and I will enjoy the boxing workout and it's gonna be fun. But I just need to get started and then be done and go home and eat and go to bed. Is it summer yet? We're so close. Okay, let's go work out. All right, y'all, it's Friday morning and I am here. My hair's a mess. Let's just start there because, oh my goodness, boxing like kicked my butt last night. I don't think my heart rate has ever, and I don't wear my watch, so I don't know for sure, but because I don't like how the Apple Watch is like on the boxing gloves, it bothers me, and I've actually like tried to wear them with the boxing gloves and then gotten like a bruise on my wrist because they just hit at the same spot. And so I usually just take my watch off for that class, which is a bummer because then I don't get like Apple Watch credit for it. And it's like boxing with heavy weight lifting alternated in between. And so I've tried like putting it on for the weights, taking it off for the boxing. It's just not worth it. It's really, really hard to do. So, okay, let me get my Friday folder card while we chat. So I just take my watch off, but that's just kind of a bummer, honestly. And why was I even saying this? Oh, because I feel like my heart rate was like insanely high at the workout yesterday. It was just me and another girl. It was a small class because some people canceled, and this other girl who was there is like super strong and intense, and so she goes really, really fast. And so I think maybe with the weights, I was trying to like keep up with her pace, and it pushed me hard. Let me tell you, it pushed me hard. So all of that to say, my hair was a disaster, and so it's still a disaster today because today's the kickball game, and I brought a hat to put on my head while we're out there. So I was like, it doesn't really matter what my hair looks like. Okay, so that was a very long-winded way to say happy Friday and good morning. I'm closing out this vlog because I feel like I've shared everything I could possibly share and I'm spent, but the end of the last full week is here. And today in class, the only thing that we're going to be doing is I'm going to have the students continue their writing. They've already done their introduction paragraph for their favorite third grade memories. Some of them I might bring over to my table and say like, let's look at this and make sure it's a paragraph because it's not really a paragraph. And so I might do that with some of them, but they should have written their introduction paragraph. I gave them the option to continue. So the students who continued and are done will be copying it onto their final draft paper. The students who are not will be writing their R paragraphs, and that's our goal for today. Then on Monday, anybody who still needs to will copy onto the final draft paper, and if they're done, I think I'm gonna let them make a PowerPoint where they talk about their favorite parts of third grade because they love doing PowerPoints, or I'm gonna let them like practice typing it. But I think a PowerPoint would probably be more fun because they love PowerPoint. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do on Monday. So yeah. And now I'm gonna do Friday folders for the week. It's the last one. What did I just say? I'm doing Friday folders. It's the last time I'm doing Friday folders. My brain is done. My brain is done. So I'm here to close out this vlog and say I hope you enjoyed following along. I hope it wasn't too haphazard. It's a busy week. It's a little bit crazy, so hopefully you got a snapshot of what a busy, crazy week at the end of the year is like. And before I close out the vlog, I do want to thank Halara again for sponsoring today's video. I'm currently wearing one of their sports bras. It's kickball day, so I'm wearing one of those padded sports bras I showed at the front underneath my t-shirt. It's super comfortable, so I can wear it all day long. But just thank you, Halara, for sponsoring this video, and please make sure you check out all the links in the description so you can see the pieces that I showed, but also so you can check out the Halara Circle event and go get some pieces for yourself. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel. It's almost the end of the year. I can't believe it. So some summer videos will be coming soon. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, so just subscribe and stay posted. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.